You know, there really is too much love in this place.
I know.
It's a big problem we have. So wonderful, so wonderful.
Maybe a message to all parents, Guruji, because it took a bit of an effort to come here, to convince family to come here, especially parents.
Yes, it's going to be like that because you're going into the unknown, apparently, no?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's afraid of the unknown. What they don't know is that they are the unknown as well too.
The power of love is within her.
Huh?
I'm saying he's saying to send a message to her with power and love, but the power and love is within her.
So this is why we're happy sometimes when people's families come. It's not always parents, sometimes it's children also they have to come, They already come and they're a bit, looking with eyes of bit, suspicion. It takes a little bit to defrost, But gradually they see that, wait a second, there's something here. It takes them a while to admit that is it. So, but we can always send prayer for everybody in the world that really our highest search as human beings, the highest, deepest, purest search can only be fulfilled right here inside your heart. We look everywhere else for a while, and it's fine. We mistake that it is about other things or things. And eventually, it depends on how long that will take to get back to see, well, it's right here. And Satsang is beautiful for this because it's such a mirror, and so directly guiding you into not a belief system, but a direct experience. Direct experience. And sometimes in coming to really admit or to look properly, resistances come because we see that we have some investment sometimes in things which are not necessarily in service to the truth. And then we sometimes delay that because your mind wants to find fault in order to slow down the assimilation. All this you have to watch out for. Once you go through, you're through. Once you go through, you're through. And then all these resistances and fears, they fall away because they are nothing compared to what is inside your heart. There's nothing. That's the great game, you see. That you still think maybe the world or the things in the world is what's going to give you that satisfaction, is going to give you that joy, is going to give you that sense of completeness, going to give you that rest, that peace, that love, that wisdom, that silence. Nothing can do that because it's already in you. And it's just what in this world is going to help you to see that. This is the power of Satsang.
Movements of resistances. I'm just going through some things right now myself, and I feel so grateful, and I just gain so much trust into this Sangha as they would show me and point these things out. And even though it doesn't feel comfortable, it is a relief happening, and I know it's like you say, it's just going through it.
This is true what she's saying, huh? And also in gratitude to the Sangha field, because we must come to recognize also that you have a family who is walking this path. If you want to use this, you're walking out and walking in the truth that you're finding inside, and the Sangha is helping you to do that. Everybody is somehow imbibed in the true, and they can guide each other. We can guide each other sometimes. And sometimes it's difficult to hear. This is what she says. Sometimes we're holding on to something and it's difficult to listen. It's like an injection, you know. If you pay attention only to the needle, you think, oh no, this is not good, not good, you know. And then, oh, a little pain, and maybe it takes a while for you to feel the benefit of it. But somehow, sometimes immediately you feel, and then you realize, how something was so much resisting that. But when it comes, a little pain, ouch, and then something again. You're reinstated, so to speak, in your right place. And this is the greatness of a living sangha, of a true sangha. That they're not leaving it up to someone else, you know. They are themselves radiating that truth and that peace, and reminding each other, you know, moving in that spirit of love and care, and that, you know, we are each, you know, behind each one to awaken to the truth. This is the beauty of a sangha, you see. If you have a sangha like that, this movement of grace will endure. If you step away, always letting someone else speak for you, then it will fade away also. Each one must be awake in the light that is inside their heart and moved by that light. And it's constantly expanding, it's constantly becoming more. This is why I say use this example of a fruit that keeps getting sweeter and sweeter, but never becomes oversweet. It never rots. This fruit, it never rots. You see, and what is this fruit? You see, your own presence. Your own presence is that juicy fruit. The nectar that the whole world, that fills the whole world. You know, I mean, everybody, every place in the world, you know, people have their favorite food. You see, but the most favorite of all food is your own presence. It satisfies every taste. It satisfies every need. And that is what is being called back into awakening, to awake to the power within you. That's the evidence of the God inside you. And we're in service to this, in each other and in ourselves. And look what it's producing. So much love, so much peace, so much... this place is imbued with that, with the power of that. And that is the proof it's also showing. Because how can such a sangha rising up in such love just be the product of the human mind? It cannot be. It's out of the heart, not come. Yeah. Otherwise we are only speaking words, empty words. But when something comes from your heart, the words become spirit and power. See? Living things.
Guruji, I'm leaving on Monday, so I'll use the opportunity to say thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Been very good.
I'm very happy.
Yeah, it's been very good.
Yes.
Especially the I am. Beautiful. Very nice.
Very nice. He's tasting the fruit of the I am. He's eating his own fruit.
That's very good because the mind can't get involved.
Yes.
Like Sahaja and you. You know, people talk about you, but I've got no expression for you, really. You're the bit like I am in the space, you know, the same. It's good. Mine's empty.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Thank you. The number of people always coming and going, and that somehow, if you are leaving, I mean, it's more of a physical thing. We must always remember that, you know, that the real contact, when the real realization, is not about, you know, there's no distance in it. Really, there is no distance in it. You come to see, when you are living in the body-mind, yes, you keep going to new places, seeing new things all the time. But when you come into the spirit, back again, then the scenes are changing, but the seer is unchanging. You see? And it won't matter so much. Yeah, body goes to a different place. but your mind is always sitting inside your heart now. Big difference, you see. Big difference. You cannot miss the thing from which you are never separated. You cannot miss the things. Of course, we love to be in physical presence again. And this is always beautiful. But there's something that you can never be separated from. Even the mind with all its power cannot do it. Once you are cured, you're cured of this delusion, then even the greatest power of the mind cannot impress you, cannot give you again this sense of separation that separation causes so much trouble.
Last night after the bhajans, sitting in front of the two chairs for a while, your chair and the one with Papaji's shoes on, at one moment it became so clear, just the seeing that nothing can be true apart from me as the presence, that nothing else can be the subject, only me as the presence. And from everybody else, it's the same me presence.
Yes.
Looking.
Both the presence
so clear.
and that which is aware of the presence.
Yes.
They are one. The presence and that which is aware of the presence, they are one.
It was such a clear seeing.
Yes. Yes. You see, I want to tell you that seeing, when it happens in the heart, it cannot pass. It cannot merely become past tense. It cannot be a was. It remain always is. Everything else become a was. But this can never be just a was. You can say it was, but it still is. You see? But it can never be more was than is. Really it is. And it was and will be. But the truth is it is.
Can I just say that we love you, Brian?
Pardon?
We love you.
Very kind of you. Yeah, Brian.
Oh, that stitch.
I didn't thank all the other staff at Sahaja either. They're wonderful.
Yes, yes.
And watching the mind, once you get the hang of it, it's pretty good.
Yes. Yes.
Makes you laugh a lot.
Yeah. Yes.
See some of the ridiculous stuff that comes up.
Totally ridiculous. The psychological mind is a factory for ridiculousness. And what's more ridiculous is the one who believes it.
Guruji,
Yes.
Guruji, I've just been wanting to ask you that there are no questions anymore. No questions come. It's just only gratitude and love for you. And that just feels enough. I mean, I don't know what to do, what not to do. And
This, contrary to what the world may say about these things, because it seems the world, being heavily dosed and doped up by the mind, is afraid of this space in which there is not really something to do and what's next, and like this, because the mind is always looking for next. You're having breakfast, what's for lunch? Having lunch, what's for dinner? You see, it's always into next. But you have found some place that doesn't have this itch for next. It is total satisfaction, you see. Total satisfaction. There's a silence, a stillness there. It's not a junkie for next. This next brings a lot of restlessness and brings in a kind of conviction that now is not enough. But you have come to a place of stillness. And you say, this in the stillness, the questions are falling away by themselves, And instead what is happening is just this beautiful feeling of gratitude.
that's all. Guruji.
This
It's
is
just
very
your
beautiful.
grace. It's just your grace. It's just taking me to places. Everywhere I go, I find you. I see you in spirit as well. And I just wanted to thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much.
Yes. And you don't worry now. You come to this place. You don't have to be an architect for your life. You're not the architect for your existence now. Everything is unfolding. You're going to see. You don't have to panic, you know, things just unfold. Life has got it already done. It's got you covered.
Guruji, you've got it covered. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And somehow it is actually just revealing itself like that. And the more you see it, the more natural confidence come, natural trust come. Life becomes much more lighter, you see. Because you're not sailing in the boat of your mind. This is so wonderful, isn't it?
Through us. It's you, it's all you.
We are one.
Guruji, I want to thank you. And one of the things I really want to thank you for is your incredible encouragement of us. That, you know, your confidence in us, that we are that.
Yes.
Simplicity. And I want to also say that since I was in Sahaja last year, I've never had any doubt of you or what is here. And even so careful or whatever might be in your mind, it's not, it doesn't touch the awareness of you here in my heart.
And I can't tell you what joy it brings to hear you say like that, speak like that, to come from this place. And I say to you also that not that you are going to become that, you are that. That is the thing. And that to always remember you are already chosen as that. You are chosen to be free from delusion, you know. So just keep wiping your eyes of that and stay in your satsang, because I don't see, of course, there's always going to be some power that is, you know, competing for your attention and to keep you in the shallow states of the mental person and this type of thing. But because you're growing, you see, you're growing not just vertically, but you're growing in breadth also, and depth. You're able to see these things much more quickly and then brush them off or ignore them. That is your strength. You don't have to be killing anything. You do realize you don't have to kill something that doesn't exist. You start to see it doesn't exist, you see. What a beautiful discovery, you see. So wonderful.
Yes, Guruji, I really feel to speak and just to say thank you so much. Thank you for everything, and you always see us as a self. And just if any ignorance ever plays out and affects any of my brothers and sisters in a way that I'm not even aware of, I say thank you for always pointing me back to what is true, and that it just may be you moving through here, and your pointings really come so alive, you know, the way you say we can just drop these things as they come up and to be able to respond in your freshness and love.
Yes. And that you embody that. You embody that power, that grace. You see, it is functioning through this form more and more. More and more.
Harmony, and creating this place where we can all come together. It's indescribable to see all these pure beings here, and we can here really become one with the Sangha. Thank you.
And that it supports you, it supports your awakening, it stays with you. Our love stay with each other. And this is the way in which people will know that you are true, you know, that we love each other and we care, you know. And whoever it is that is, even people who don't believe in it, we have love for them also, you know. We are not trying to win any converts or something. You just move in your light, move by the light of the truth that's inside your heart, and it's enough. We are intelligent enough, we are spiritual enough as human beings to see something and know when something is pure, you know, and to draw from it.
So, yeah.
You know, when I write here, I must say I'm a joyful person, but when I write here, it's just like this joy didn't exist before, and it was the joy that I was always looking for in my soul, in my heart, when I write here. It's just like, it's not that I am someone having a sad life or whatever. I have a beautiful life, but it was just like an evidence. It was the joy I've always been looking for here. And I want to thank you for for this.
Yes, it's so beautiful. So beautiful, no?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Love you, love you, love you.
Thank you so much, Guruji. And very long time amazing and dreaming Shiva temple seva. Today start.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And great Monte Sahaja. Thank you so much, Guruji. Thank you.
You know, Guru Das has been with me for a very long time, from the days of, we were always just going each year to Turubadamalai, where we start Satsang is there. So from this time, he's been, I remember the first time we met many, many years ago, you see. And then he came and very much took care of the Sangha, made sure everything was okay outside. People used to come. You remember hundreds of bicycles were showing up for Satsang. He would be guiding them and say, okay, you this and so on. And then when we went after, we started going to Rishikesh 5 years ago. And I said, I need to send for him to come. And, then he came to Rishikesh. Yeah, came to Rishikesh. And he said, I want a name from you, I was thinking, no, his name should be Guru Das. Guru Das. And like this he came. And then now he said, no, I have to come to Portugal, Guruji. In Portugal, I said, let me have a look now. I don't know what is possible, because miracles are happening all the time. And this is the thing, because actually, for the most part, we are living by, the what we call the natural laws. We are living under them and so on like this. But as your mind becomes spiritualized and you enter into a new phase, a higher realm of consciousness, and those laws don't work. You're not so limited. You're not limited at all. So what may seem impossible before becomes possible, because your mind is not working to just the limitations. Is that? So many miracles are happening like that. You see. And so his coming here is one of them also. But it's happening all the time, you see. And, one girl, she was here before, just before leaving, she was saying that they always had some tumor in the brain. And for a long time, the doctors, they can't find a way to cure. She came to Monte Sahaja. No, this is the first time we saw her in India. So coming to India. And then she came here. And then she said she left everything and gave up everything and said, I'm only here for this. And now she went back now to Germany. They cannot find any tumor at all there. So what is happening? Just really, without even praying about any specific thing, these things sometimes they just disappear. So when Guru Das come, Guru Das is very happy to
Thank you.
I love you. So good. So good. So good.
Good. Yeah. Sorry, I just have to say something quick. I just have to say something. I don't know, a lot recently I just felt like I'm just turning into spirit. I just feel like, I don't know, I'm not even in this body, I just feel like spirit. And you're raising me up in spirit. And I just feel free, I just feel free. But this freedom somehow, I just want to give it into your hands. I just feel like necessary to just offer it up. Even this, even this, just to offer it up.
Yeah, that's good. Maybe this is just coming from the intuition of your own heart, because in some way you offer up totally offer up yourself and you also receive your full self. The more you are giving of you. There's a saying, no one has ever become poor by giving. And in a sense, it travels through for every aspect of our expression. Giving, just offering up. Stop clinging to things. Don't be a possessor of things. And just being very open, because you have the confidence. Your heart is opening up so fully that it gives you the confidence and the power to surrender everything. To what? Into the oneness. Into the oneness. You are the oneness also.
Guruji, you are my confidence. You are my confidence, strength. And when you
Can I say as well, like, because my relationship with you, I feel like I see you everywhere now. You know, like I see you in every single one. So like the love I have for you, like it's spreading. Like, so I need to remain true to what's in my heart to you, because I see that it's just with everyone. It's the same. You know?
Yes. Because they say before that they used to say the opposite of love is hate, you know. But it seems like sometimes the opposite of love is selfishness. And because love is unselfish. And when you find love for others inside your heart, that is very unselfish. And it's just so empowering, so beautiful to hear that. It's so empowering, so beautiful to see that you're seeing with the eyes of God. You're seeing, you know, there's no selfishness there. Selfishness did not create this world. A great love, a great generosity. Something is so abundant in us.
But if you're just spirit on Prakash, will you still be able to dance the way you dance?
Even more.
How do you dance?
Okay. Many of you have not taken lunch, have you?
Have you taken lunch? No. Oh, then you must.
You are my lunch.
That's a good lunch.
And you are.
You are ours.
Love you. No, thank you. What more can life give you than that?
This is the highest good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So great. Okay, darlings, see you later.
All our troubles and the pain. It is you that protect this child, that guard on this soul, that keep quiet his mind. It is you who walk on this earth, helping anybody